Greetings, Sorcerer, and welcome to The Breach. Today we're going to look at Mind Over Magic. This game has been in beta for quite some time, but as of the 12th of February it was released into 1.0. Mind Over Magic is a colony simulation game developed by Sparky Pants and published by Clay Publishing. Build and optimize a magic school while keeping powerful mages alive and inspired. Prepare them to explore the horrors of the Underschool, the deadly subterranean gauntlet, study lost arcana, grow exotic plants, brew potions and raise undead servants. But don't forget to stop the deadly fog from consuming everything in its path. Now I can see this kind of game exciting people that are Harry Potter fans. Now I've read some of the books and watched some of the films, just so you could see what all the hype was when it came out. But I can say my favourite wizards are Puggo Creedy or Raistlin Majory, even on my OG Merlin and Gandalf the White. So I like magic, and I've also put 1,500 hours into Oxygen Not Included, which shows that I like colony building simulations. So let's see what this looks like. This is my initial look at the game. I've installed it, set up the recording software and loaded it up. This really is me going in blind to give you my initial impressions of the game. So you select 3 starting characters just like you do in Oxygen Not Included, but I have no idea what all these stats mean. I can see I have skills and spells and things to unlock in the future. As someone that does play role-playing games, both pen and paper and on the computer, this excites me, this looks good. This means I can invest time into my characters. So we've started the game. I am underground and I appear to have 3 rooms already prepared. The mana font, which is used for repelling the fog, something called a student summoner, I wonder what that does, and the codex room, which is obviously for accessing the codex. Having the codex like this is going to be a lot easier for them than having an in-game tutorial, and obviously as things change they'll be able to update it easier than updating an in-game tutorial. The benefits is the information you're going to need is always going to be there. And if you don't really like reading, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for YouTubers to create videos on how to do things in the game. So I know where to access all the information I need, but I'll come back to this later, as and when I need it. So as the mana font is front and centre, it's probably what I need to interact with first. I don't know anything about my staff, so I'll just put anybody in and hopefully they will be able to succeed. The ritual has driven back the fog and has given me access to outside, which is where all the resources are. I don't have direct control of the staff. All I can do is set the orders out and they will come and accomplish them as and when they are available. Pushing back the fog has allowed me to gain another member of staff, and that's Quincy, that's the founder. He appears to be a ghost. I really don't know what I'm doing yet, but cutting down a tree seems like the order of business. I'm obviously going to need trees to build things with. Now that I've accessed outside and can start harvesting materials, I have the opportunity to check out some of the icons on the bottom of the screen. And the first icon we'll look at is the scheduler. I can obviously fine-tune between teaching students, which I don't have at the moment, and doing some projects around the college itself. The next icon we'll look at is the build menu. And from that you can see I need some stone, and I can see a few rocks on the outside, so we'll probably go and have to pick those up. As you can see I need wood to build ceilings and stone to build walls, quite self-explanatory. I click on one of the rocks on the outside, it just tells me to mine it, so that's good as well. Very simple. It looks like we'll need to acquire a fair amount of stone to build some walls, so we will return after I've acquired enough rock. Time has passed, we have now acquired a few resources that we need, wood and stone. Let's try and make our first room. Building a wall is nice and simple, it's just click and drag. As you can see, I'm building a solid wall, so I probably want to put a door or an archway in there at some point, or I'll end up trapping my wizards outside of my college. As Mind Over Magic has just come out of early access, it is on sale at the moment. It's $18.74 in the US and £14.24 in the UK. I believe this is a blanket 25% off, and this lasts until the 19th of February. The system requirements for this game are very small as well. It requires a 64-bit processor and operating system, Windows 10, a processor that can deliver 2 GHz, 8 GB of RAM, 2 GB of graphics memory, a DirectX 11 and 6 GB of available space, and mine's just taking over just over 4.1 GB of space at the moment. With this level of system requirements, it looks like you could definitely play this on a laptop. As I drag the floor between the two walls, it shows that the structural integrity is part of the game, which is obviously going to limit the size of the rooms I can build. One of the most important structures to build in Oxygen Not Included is the barracks, so I want to get somewhere for my mages to sleep. With that noise, and you can see the fog is actually closing back in on the college itself, so it looks like we'll need to perform another ritual to push the fog back. To perform this ritual, it's going to take half of my wood, but I'm also coming up short on some gut berries, so I better go and look up top and find some gut berries for this ritual. Once you have all your resources and you have the staff members that are awake to start the ritual, it will take a few minutes of real time to actually cast the spell, and the fog is only pushed back at the end of the ritual. So in total, I played for half an hour to get my initial thoughts on this game. So here goes. Mind Over Magic has a lot of simple mechanics meshed together to make it complicated. The learning curve is about these individual mechanics, how they're meshed together, and then how to make it efficient. Am I going to continue to play this game? Yes, because I just sunk 15 quid into it. Is it going to be the only game I play eclipsing all others? I don't think so. Will I play it enough to get the £15 worth of value? Yes, undoubtedly. It will definitely be added onto my laptop for when I've only got that to play games on. If the idea of running a wizard college intrigues you, another game to look at is Spellcaster University. But for now I need to get this uploaded, go and grab myself some food, make myself a pint of tea, and then sit down and read something through that codex so I can get an idea of what I'm doing. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the other side.